Victory Shield 2023 action under the lights at Central Park, the home of Denby Town FC in Wales. And the hosts are in action for the first time up against Northern Ireland in tonight's fixture. And we can enjoy the national anthems now. To be two of the best anthems around. Great Britain and Northern Ireland first, and then the Welsh one sung with passion, or chwil, as they'd say in these parts. The Welsh for passion, so much enthusiasm and pride taking part in this tournament for your country. Republic of Ireland beat Scotland by a goal to nil earlier on. Now it's the chance of Wales and Northern Ireland. Here's the Wales team. Aidan Stokes in goal. The rest of their side: Prince Cisse, Ollie Reynolds, Alex Marciniak, TJ Parfitt, Tom Deeran, Callum Jones, Will Granger, Lewis Gardner, the skipper, Ollie Newman, and Hayden Allmark. The head coach is James Robury. They play in their traditional red. As for Northern Ireland, in the yellow strip, Zach Robinson in goal. The outfield players read thus: Alex Watson, Darren McCann, Noah McDonald, Callum Leacock, Troy Savage, Glenn McCourt, Matthew Burns, Chris Atherton, Sidak O'Neill, and George Feeney. Head coach Chris Lindsay, assisted by Andy Waterworth. The substitutes for Wales: Jayden Lenu, Harry Pugh, Charlie Street, Marley Neal, Bobo Evans, Louis Bradbury, Ollie Dewsbury, Elliot Meredith, the sub-keeper, Eddie Ellis Robinson, Patrick Mlinarski, and Theo Pitt, who came into the squad as a replacement for Ollie Salter of Spurs. As for Northern Ireland, Milo Bamers is the sub-keeper, Jayden Charnley, Harry Moran, Callum Anderson, Jack Faluna, Christian Coyle, Callum Thompson, Scott Hamilton, Harry Allen, Aaron Casey, and Sydney Eldred. The referee is Joe Moss, the linesman Patrick Laws and Lewis Mariner, the fourth official Sam Parnaby. The two captains just going through the pre-match rituals, the players in the huddle as well. Let's look at the early table. Just that goal in the 3rd minute for Republic of Ireland earlier. They're the holders of the trophy, having won it last year. They saw off Scotland, had other good chances, did the Irish, but Scotland kept going and nearly nicked an equaliser at the end. So Republic of Ireland top, Scotland bottom, but only one game played. These two's first involvement, and everyone plays everyone else in this always intriguing, always enjoyable Victory Shield tournament. Jack Woodward talking you through the action. Great to have your company on our live stream. We're on Red Wall Plus and also on YouTube to showcase the stars of tomorrow. I'm sure there'll be stars of tonight as well. Referee checks his watch and prepares to blow his whistle. It's Hayden Allmark, used to wearing red, of Liverpool, to get us underway, and the hosts are up and running in the Victory Shield 2023, and straight away they're on the charge with Callum Jones of Swansea with a little dribble, but immediately you can sense that ebullience and effervescence of youth, and here come Northern Ireland, end-to-end action right in the first 20 seconds. It was Wales who kicked off, but O'Neill there of St Mary's, CBS Belfast and Linfield with a nice little charge, but it's through for the Wales keeper Aidan Stokes, who actually plays for the New York City Red Bulls, so he's used to travelling and he'll be pleased to be back home, I'm sure. Northern Ireland with another attack. They've settled into the game very well indeed, with that management duo of Lindsay and Waterworth, but it's Wales now who are attacking with a good couple of options in the middle, and he gets the header in, it's blocked. It's a decent effort there, and both teams starting with purpose. Callum Jones with the header, but dealt with and repelled by the Northern Ireland rearguard. Winning the ball back in combative fashion is George Feeney, the NI number 9. Feeney spreads the play. He wants a pass back to him, but they've knocked it over to the right-hand side. A good bit of defending by Louis Gardner, the captain, and it had to be. Matthew Burns was played in cleverly by Feeney. This is a really bright, breezy, purposeful start to the game from both teams, actually. And if this is the sign of things to come, then we're in for a treat in our latest live broadcast. 2 games today. We brought you the Republic of Ireland 1, Scotland 0 fixture earlier, and we've got another brace of encounters on Wednesday before they all play at the same time on Saturday, Remembrance Day. Here's the cross. Oh, great defending again, arcing menacingly into the middle, and somehow the ball has been scrambled away by Prince Cisse, the Wales number 2, who also plays for Liverpool. So much talent. A lot of them are involved with English clubs, famous English clubs as well. And when you consider the likes of current senior internationals for Wales, Ethan Ampadu, Nico Williams and Dylan Levitt have all taken part in this competition in previous years. They've got great shoes to try and fill and footsteps to follow in. But neither keeper acquired yet, but both sides have had promising, dangerous attacks. We'd already had a goal by this point of the early match. There was no more scoring action, even though Republic of Ireland particularly had presentable opportunities after that. Prince Cisse racing in attack, showing the full complement of his right back abilities. Wales with Republic of Ireland on Wednesday evening, also under the lights, before taking on Scotland on Saturday. For Northern Ireland, they play Scotland on Wednesday lunchtime before facing the holders on Saturday. Here now come Wales again with Callum Jones. He's been busy so far. Jones for Will Granger of Sheffield Wednesday. Granger tries to pick out Jones, but more solid rearguard work this time from the team in yellow. Northern Ireland and Glenn McCaw of St Joseph's College, Londonderry and Derry City falling to his feet. Their skipper Troy Savage Bangor Academy in Glenavon. But Prince Cisse is going to require some treatment from Wales physio Ritson Lloyd. Just dips into his magic bag and hopefully can patch Cisse up, who's done well in defence and gone on a good burst forward as well already in the early part of this game. 40 minutes each way. 3 points for a win, 1 for a draw. No penalties this time, and actually that's why the Republic of Ireland ended up winning with that rule. When games finished level, there was a chance to win a bonus point. Otherwise, Scotland would actually have won, because they won 2 and lost 1. Republic of Ireland drew 2, won 1, and got both the bonus points. And one of them was against Wales, who drew 2-2 with the Irish. That was a really good effort, actually, losing 5-4 on penalties in their first game last year, then lost 3-2 to Scotland and 2-0 to Northern Ireland. So they want revenge for this. Good, precise pass for Darragh McCann, back into the feet of Callum Leacock. And now Noah McDonald. Oh, this is a lovely slaloming run. Was there a foul? Yes, says the referee. How about that for a run from Chris Atherton? Mesmerising stuff. The foul from Louis Gardner, wearing the armband, the Everton player. Brilliant run by Atherton. St Patrick's Academy in Dungannon. Glenavon would be proud of him. Right then. I think this is going to be O'Neill with his right foot. Maybe Atherton, who won the free kick, with his left, but O'Neill has positioned himself, the number 11, as if he's going to clip it with his right. 4-player wall. Seventh minute, it's O'Neill with his right foot. Wall did its job, couldn't find a way past it, as Callum Leacock tries to keep it alive. That's with the player who won that free kick. Atherton looks a talent. That was the moment of the game so far, really, his run which led to the free kick. And here he goes again. He loves the ball at his feet. Atherton, again, just glides gracefully past the defender. But his cross was too close to Aidan Stokes, who distributes cleverly for Newman. Ollie Newman of Norwich. Away by Leacock. It's been an enterprising, positive start from both teams to this game. Northern Ireland perhaps having the better of it. O'Neill has looked good so far. O'Neill gets past Cisse. The cross towards the back post. Will it be forced in by Atherton? No. Desperate defending from Dearden of Sheffield United. Atherton and O'Neill particularly catching the eye, playing with real imagination, innovation, appetite are the Northern Ireland team. Settle into the game nicely. And Wales, the home side, are having to do plenty of defending. Just having another look at that attack, and O'Neill causing problems, sowing a few seeds of doubt in the Welsh defence. Here's the corner kick, driven low towards the near post. Back now for Alex Watson. Possible breakaway. Watson losing it to Callum Jones. Jones, pacey for Newman. And now it's back into the Wales half of the pitch. They did prop up the table last year, the Welsh, just with the 1 point. Drew the first game, lost to Scotland, lost to Northern Ireland. This tournament held annually and rotated between the 4 participating countries. They want to give a good account of themselves in front of their own fans. Sung the anthem, everyone in the stadium, with terrific gusto and spirit. And it's a nice part of the experience for all of these young lads to wear the national jersey with pride, with joy, with passion, and whatever happens in their lives, they can say they've done it. Of course, they all, I'm sure, have ambitions to make it in the game, but it's quite something to say you played in any international tournament in any age range. This is the cream of the under-16s of Wales, Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland and Scotland. There has been some good build-up play, nice passing and movement, sequences of passing being strung together, but neither keeper has had to make a save as yet. They're just looking for that final golden touch in the opposing penalty area, both of these countries. It's a nice night for football. Conditions certainly better than we had for the first game. Away by McCann. And here he goes again. O'Neill up against Cesar. It's a good tussle there. O'Neill gets it in low. Second opportunity. And it's straight into the arms of the watchful Aidan Stokes at his near post. But O'Neill is enjoying his night so far. The Northern Ireland number 11. Fired that in with good power, but wasn't able to catch out Aidan Stokes with perfect positioning. Able to gather that one, but at least it's an effort on target for Northern Ireland. Now Will Granger, having made the peeling run, plays it for Newman. Gardner striking it along the turf, but this time O'Neill assisting the defence, tracking back, showing his collective mindset and ability to help the team. Oh, that's beautiful. Great work by Callum Jones. Mesmerising, bewitching, bamboozling the opposition and winning his team a free kick.
No, definitely foul in the end. In the end it was. It was good battling until the very end.
Now, two over the wall. Looks as though Alex Marciniak of Arsenal, the number 10, is favourite. Ollie Newman is there as well. Maybe more of a decoy. And they have sent a few players forward. They're queuing up on the edge of the Northern Ireland penalty area. So perhaps a dead ball opportunity here with the responsibility from the set piece. It's Alex Marciniak, hits it high, disappointing. Far too much on that. Sent it high and it didn't cause any issues in the opposition's rear guard. He'll hope for better if given another opportunity. There's been some neat, adroit, patient build-up play so far, but nothing at the end of it. As we come to the 13-minute mark, very little to choose between these two. Both playing with a bright mindset and the fearlessness of youth as well. I'm sure the other teams who put in a good shift, starters and subs, will be settling down to watch this one to see what they're going to be up against in future games. They can all be proud of their efforts earlier in what was a terrific curtain raiser to the competition this year. Played for Prince Cisse, who's thwarted in his attacking attempts there by the vigilant Darren McCann of Our Lady and St Patrick's College, Belfast, and Glentoran. Oh, there's a late challenge there, and it'll be a free kick. Should point you towards a good video, actually, an interview with Noah McDonald, the number 4. If you go to the handle Irish FA on X, formerly Twitter, you can watch his interviews talking about it being a dream come true to represent your country, and it really is something to celebrate for all these players. Here now is Troy Savage for McCann and Leacock. Here is the aforementioned McDonnell of Calais, Fierce, Belfast and Larne. Came across very well in that video interview to preview the tournament. Approaching the 15-minute mark then, 0-0, two halves of 40. Of course, you've got to protect the players, especially with them all playing 3 games in 5 days. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. It's a great week of football. And an ability to bond off the pitch as well, which is all part and parcel of being in a team, especially in a national team. Another free kick, this time the foul from Alex Marciniak. So they'll send the defenders forward. Will Northern Ireland? No, McDonnell's gone up there. Callum Leacock's hovering. George Feeney as well, queuing up on the edge of the area. Matthew Burns is in the mix. In it comes, well floated and headed in. Northern Ireland have the lead just past the quarter-hour mark. George Feeney with the header. The pride of Ashfield Boys High in Belfast and Glentoran. They'll be thrilled with him. The ball curled perfectly by Chris Atherton, and there was Feeney with the fine finish. Fabulous stuff for Northern Ireland, and the hosts go behind. An immaculate, perfectly lifted set piece. It was just asking to be headed in, and that's exactly what the Northern Ireland number 9 did. And that is Fantasyland for Northern Ireland. The right boot of Chris Atherton and the head of George Feeney past Aidan Stokes. Wales 0, Northern Ireland 1. And George Feeney, well, went over to celebrate. Keeper thought he was going to get there, perhaps slightly misjudged that flight, that trajectory of the ball that was just bent in smartly. Yeah. 18th minute. Northern Ireland have the tails up. Brilliant defending. That's fabulous work by Prince Cisse. Had to time that, didn't he? O'Neill was ready to embark on another quick, rapid run in on goal, but Cisse slid in. We will, by the way, show you the interview I was talking about with McDonnell at half-time, so that's one to look forward to. And Northern Ireland are absolutely buzzing. He talks about being a dream come true. Well, that goal for George Feeney's a dream come true. To really, he just watched the ball onto his head, and he couldn't believe his luck when the keeper had committed himself. Stokes will be disappointed, but it was a lot about the delivery, the perfect connection from Chris Atherton, actually. So Wales are going to have the work cut out here on home territory, but they find themselves behind. Maybe they can draw themselves level. No, Gardner misdirected the ball for Cisse, but Northern Ireland, with O'Neill particularly lively, look good value for this lead, and they might be a force, you know, in this competition. They've won it twice outright, 2000, 2001, and as recently as 2018-19, since the current version was set up in the 1940s, that is. So they've got past pedigree, as all the nations taking part have, of course. Oh, that's beautifully sprayed. That's a lovely ball by Savage. And in he comes again, Atherton. He's revelling in this environment, is Atherton. got an assist for the goal. That is sliced by McDonald for Chris Atherton of St Patrick's Academy, Dungannon and Glenarvan. Approaching the midway point of the first half. Something special about night games, aren't there? With the field of play illuminated, everyone looking out at these starlets, these very gifted, technically adept young players. Been very impressed with the standard of the play so far, actually, in both games. Are we going to get another 1-0, or will we have further scoring action? It's a good day for the Irish, both Republic and Northern Ireland so far, but it could all change as we go into the second half of the first half. Well, he's played that well in the end. He was in some difficulty, was Ollie Reynolds of Cardiff City. And this is going to break for Marciniak, but they're not quite getting it right. Wales and Northern Ireland with O'Neill. Ah, that's a brilliant tackle, really is. Great stuff from Reynolds. Now, Callum Jones. Good ball for Newman. Newman thought about knocking it in for Marciniak. Marciniak does get it eventually, and he clips over an inviting cross, but not quite inviting enough. Good intensity to this game.
Yeah.
22nd minute at Central Park, Denby Town FC. Fiver for adults and under 16s in for free tonight. So that's a great initiative. Good to see youngsters get in to watch some football. Northern Ireland really are rising to the occasion. They fancy another goal here as it was played in by Burns. The court was waiting, and a corner kick.
That's one just, it takes him away and then Keely can drop in and get it.
Last year, Northern Ireland finished third, lost 3-1 to Scotland, drew 1-1 with the Republic of Ireland, losing on penalties, didn't get the bonus point, and did, as we mentioned, beat Wales 2-0, and they're on course to do it again, although they know nothing is guaranteed. Glenn McCourt's the short option here, and he does receive the quickly taken corner. Great work by McCourt now along the byline. Burns controls, and here's the shot. Didn't get the connection he wanted, really. Noah McDonald, well, that would have been a big moment for him, forward from the back. It fell for him quite nicely, but he just snatched at the shot. He'll perhaps be a little bit frustrated he didn't hit that better. McCann. Wales, rather like Scotland earlier, they've just got to dig in here. It's not going their own way, but they'll believe it's absolutely vital not to concede the second goal. As we witnessed, Republic of Ireland weren't able to put the lunchtime kick-off to bed, and actually they were relieved at the end when Scotland missed a late chance. Here come Northern Ireland and Glenn McCourt. Referee Joe Moss had a very good view of that in close attendance. Foul committed by TJ Parfitt, also of Cardiff. Free kick. Savage can take his time. In fact, he might leave it for Chris Atherton. We know how effective he is with the set-piece scenarios. And it's Atherton and O'Neill again. O'Neill loves running with the ball at his feet, and he'll try his luck. It took a little deflection inadvertently there off Reynolds for his keeper Stokes. The goalkeeping coach Rob Thomas for Wales will be making sure Stokes isn't too hard on himself after the goal, and hoping that his keeper can make sure he doesn't concede again. Atherton. He's been excellent so far. This is brilliant running again. Atherton now for O'Neill. Should be two, but he just checked. Was he fouled, no contact. He's gone down in the box. In fairness to him, he wasn't claiming a penalty. I think he just fell over. Tried just to pivot, didn't he? But he just lost his footing. I don't think there was any suggestion that he was trying to go down and win the pad. I think he just literally fell as he tried to turn there. But that was great play again by Atherton. He's been brilliant, the number 7. Unfortunately, though, Prince Cisse for Liverpool very much in the wars here. He's already received treatment and now he's down again. Let's have another look at this moment. Atherton, he's top quality, isn't he, with the ball at his feet. It just wasn't the best of first touches, was it? It was a risky challenge by Ollie Reynolds, but he didn't connect with the player. And can just get a few words of advice, the Wales coaches, to their players, with Cisse receiving further treatment. There's been an edge, there's been a spark to this game. Zest, enthusiasm, endeavour. So are Wales going to be able to find a way back into this contest? James Rowberry will think so, and it's a challenge for the players to keep their mindset right, also the management to nurture them, to educate them and advise them on how they can go about the remainder. But you would feel at the moment the Northern Ireland coaches, Chris Lindsay of the Irish FA, and he's also a UEFA Academy manager, Chris Lindsay, assisted by Andy Waterworth, who is the Irish FA head of elite development. And they will be ecstatic with their team's performance, I think, so far. They've scored a goal, they might have had a few more. Will the balance of power shift as this game goes on? We are going to have an enforced sub for Wales. Eddie Ellis-Robinson of Fulham is going to come on for Cisse, I think. Cisse is hobbling, so let's keep everything crossed for young Prince Cisse, that he can recover from that quickly. But one player's pain is another's gain. So let's see what the number 13 can produce. So like for like, he'll slot in at right back. If you just tuned in, we'll bring you the goal again at half-time, as well as that interview with Noah McDonald, the Northern Ireland player. It was a set piece floated over by Chris Atherton, and George Feeney got to the ball with his head before the keeper, Aidan Stokes, was able to reach it. He's really excelling, isn't he? Atherton, in fairness, from open play as well, with his running with the ball, but also it's like he's waving a wand at times. Can he produce a white rabbit from the black hat again with his delivery? Atherton, it's another good one, headed up by the defender. They haven't cleared it yet. Will it fall for a yellow shirt? It will, but he got that one all wrong, did Glenn McCaw. And it's gone out of play. He just skewed off his right boot, curled the wrong way, and the whistle had been blown anyway. 28 on the clock. Enjoyable game, although not necessarily if you're a Wales fan. They haven't had the cohesion or fluency of their opponents, but they have had the odd glimpse, the odd glimmer, so they will feel more than capable and equipped to get a result. McCann for Callum Leacock of St Pius ex-college, and Linfield. McDonald coming up towards the half-hour mark Two halves of 40. Victory Shield 2023, the under-16s of Wales and Northern Ireland. And it's the Irish in yellow who have the lead. McDonnell didn't get the height he wanted there, but no harm done. McCann, they've had most of the possession, the territory and the opportunities to date of the team in the ascendancy in terms of the overall play and in the scoreline as well. McCann along the grass of Denby Town.
It's got to be in front of him there. It's the right ball, but it's got to be in the space beyond. Yeah, boy.
Wales have won the Victory Shield 3 times. 1948-49, 2014-15, and they retained it the following season, 2015-16. Twice shared it with England, twice shared it with Scotland, and twice shared it with both England and Scotland. So they're used to winning the trophy, and they've had to do a lot of defending in this game so far. Then they've conceded another corner. Glenn McCourt gives it back to Atherton. Good block by the sub. Ellis Robinson getting involved almost immediately. Alex Watson. Ball launched into the box by Watson of St Killian's College and Linfield. Talking about the history, was actually presented the Victory Shield to the Schools Association Football International Board, or SAFIB, not quite as much of a mouthful as it. Was presented to them in 1947 to mark the victory by the Allies in World War II. Still going strong, which is great to see. England did take part in it until 2015, replaced by the Republic of Ireland, as this one is fired in from range. Might have been an attempt to catch out the Northern Ireland keeper Zach Robinson, who hasn't actually had much to do yet so far, has he? But I think he'd worked his angles out and wasn't unduly perturbed by that cross-gun shot. McCann, Callum Jones grafting away. They've not been short of effort, but they're just lacking that creativity and that inspiration so far. And despite the perspiration, they were left in desperation by George Feeney's headed goal from close range, converting Chris Atherton's free kick. Important header that from Tom Dearden of Sheffield United, whose senior side got their first Premier League win of the season at the weekend. This throw-in to be taken by Watson. Most of the action has taken place in the Wales half of the pitch. Good to see so many fans in that stand very close to where the ball is currently. There's been a nice atmosphere of camaraderie and a contentment watching these youngsters, even though it's not going Wales's way at the moment. That might change here. Lovely work by Wales, with the substitute Eddie Ellis Robinson latching onto that pass from Callum Jones. But Jones, the number 16, with that low centre of gravity, does look capable of wrestling the initiative from the opposition, and they'll hope to have a little purple patch now, will Wales. with 6 minutes left plus stoppage time of the first half. Gardner leaves the throw in for Alice Robinson. But on the break come Northern Ireland. Glenn McCaw carries the ball superbly. Could he go all the way here? Glenn McCaw. Oh, this is a fabulous run. The keeper makes the save and they're able to clear. But that was quite brilliant dribbling from Glenn McCaw. It all opened up. He got into the penalty area, but Aidan Stokes made himself large, and that's an important stop from the Wales keeper to keep them in it. Could have been 2 that. Great run and shot from Glenn McCaw. Now here's Callum Jones. Will they be lifted by that save from the keeper? It's a good ball in and a little layoff, but Hayden Allmark of Liverpool couldn't feed off the scraps and wasn't able to get there. Forward by the home side. Into the final 5 of the first half. Let's have another look at that breakaway, and he gathered the ball deep inside his own half, didn't he, Glenn McCaw? Yes, it opened up. They were thinking about making the challenge, but a lovely little feint to the body there to earn himself some extra space. He got away from Ollie Reynolds, who had to be careful not to lunge in, actually. And the keeper came out. Stokes made the save before Gardner brought it away. But that was one of the most memorable moments of the first half from Glenn McCaw.
That's the one you go lose actually 3 steps so we can give it an angle for him. Can't get it to you there because where he was.
Now, Wales with a good little period of possession. Perhaps that will help to build some confidence. As Allmark knocking it down the left. And now Newman wins the corner. Good work by Allmark and Newman. And Alex Marciniak will be on dead ball duty. Marciniak from the left wing then with his right boot. Not much breeze. Bends it in. Looks a good delivery as well. Keeper got a slight touch, and that was just enough because they were ready at the back post, weren't they? Ollie Reynolds and Will Granger both waiting to convert that, but he just got a bit of his glove to the ball. Vitally did Zach Robinson to keep his sheet clean. It was very well clipped from the flank by Alex Marciniak. Certainly in the last 5 minutes, Wales have just started to come into it more, despite that counter-attack staged by Glenn McCaw. So it should tee up what will be a fascinating second half, but maybe Wales feel they can just restore parity right at the end of this first period.
Come on, Eddie!
Eddie Ellis-Robinson being encouraged by the technical areas, and Robinson emerges with it. He had his shirt tugged there, was honest, stayed on his feet, and the clearance was completed. O'Neill took 2 of them. Good work though by Wales, and particularly Callum Jones. Doesn't mind getting his hands dirty. Last couple of minutes of the first half. Is there a moment of brilliance from a player in a Wales shirt, but he's lost out there as Jones to McCaw, who wanted to adventure forward again.
There's going to be 2 on there, so just over 3 left.
Really interesting to hear the comments from the sidelines as well. All part of the live stream experience to just gauge the sorts of messages that are being put across.
No, get your shape. Alex, no.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, 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 force him back.
McCann for Leacock. Northern Ireland have played some fantastic football and will feel 1-0 is probably a fair reflection of the game so far, and you couldn't disagree with that, even though Wales have been more threatening of late with that corner kick that was almost converted at the back post. But apart from that contribution, clawing it away from the on-rushing Welsh players, he hasn't had to do too much. Zach Robinson in the Northern Ireland goal. Aidan Stokes didn't get to the ball for the header from Feeney that separates the sides, but also made a very good save, making himself big to come out and foil Glenn McCourt. Into stoppage time at the end of what's been an intriguing first half of football. Captivating enough, not necessarily a roller coaster of emotions or anything like that. Oh, that's a good weighted ball, not quite well weighted enough. The keeper came out of his area, so he couldn't use his hands in front of O'Neill there, but played it back into his box. That was pretty nifty footwork from Aidan Stokes. Foul committed by Alex Marciniak on Troy Savage. So Northern Ireland are going to end the half, as they spent most of it inside the opposing half. It will be a yellow card for Marciniak, the first of the game. A little bit too enthusiastic. Certainly no malice in that challenge, he just mistimed it. But he's into referee Moss's notebook. Second minute of stoppage time at the end of the first half in the Victory Shield at Denby Town. Northern Ireland, they didn't decide to try and get the second goal there late in the first period. More than happy just to let the clock tick away. Quite satisfied to go in with a 1-0 advantage.
5 seconds now, foul.
And only 2 minutes allotted, so just a reminder there are only seconds left from the touchline. There is the half-time whistle. It's Northern Ireland who lead at the break. A well-flighted free kick from Chris Atherton, converted with his head by George Feeney in front of keeper Aidan Stokes. They might have had another one for Glenn McCourt, but Stokes saved. Wales have had the odd attack, but Northern Ireland, good value for their 1-0 advantage at half-time. So plenty to ponder for the Wales fans. The hosts trail at the break. The players walk off to the changing rooms to get the team talks. We'll bring you the first half highlights, and Northern Ireland played some splendid, vibrant, pacey football. Not least O'Neill, the number 11, got forward well, had 2 bites at this one, tried his luck from an unlikely angle, but saved by Stokes. Here's the goal. What about this for a delivery? Really well floated by Atherton. Still a lot to do, George Feeney. Keeper came out, was never going to get there, and Feeney directed his header unerringly into the back of the net and went over to the corner flag to celebrate with his teammates. Might have been more for them. He was a constant threat, was Atherton. Knocked it unselfishly for O'Neill, who just didn't get his touch right. Fell over, but no foul. And they didn't perhaps make the most of that. Wales, well, opportunities few and far between, and actually from one of their throw-ins, this was probably the best moment of the half. Glenn McCourt with a great run. He had oceans of space to run into here, but then, how about that for a little feint of the body? Got away from the defender, and in fact got away from 2 of them before the save was made by Stokes, and ball brought away by captain Gardner. This was Wales's best moment from Marciniak's left wing corner with his right, bent it towards the back post, and they were waiting to convert, weren't they? Granger and Reynolds forward from the back. The keeper clawed it away. At the break, it's 1-0 to Northern Ireland, and we can bring you that interview as promised with their number 4, Noah McDonnell, previewing the tournament before the game.
No, but Josh, no, I'm not saying. Wait, which one is it?
I think it's an honour to represent your country for the Victory Shield. As growing up as a young boy who loves playing football, I think it's a dream come true to represent your country. Oh, it was unbelievable to get up, especially the year above, just to see the quality and like the opposition you're going to be playing against. It's a great learning experience, and it was very, very good to get the full game against Wales. It's very important. I think most international games Northern Ireland go into to see us as the underdogs, but I think if we keep improving, keep working hard, it may change. Yeah, anything can happen, but I believe we're a very strong side. Been working hard, boys are doing very well. I'm buzzing to go out, and I'm sure all the boys are buzzing just to go out and show them what we can do. I think we have a very good chance of winning it. I think I'll be very strong, since as we're training with each other week in, week out. We know each other, how we like to play, so I think it'll be very good. Yeah, I think it's very good, because from that we get an understanding of each other. They understand the players, how they act on and off the pitch, which builds a good relationship.
Welcome back to Central Park, the home of Denby Town FC in Wales for the Victory Shield 2023. And Wales making the subs. Marley Neal has come on, number 7, plays for Everton. So deciding to ring the changes. James Rowberry with his team trailing to George Feeney's header at the break. We're back underway. Wonder what the messages will have been from the respective coaches in the dressing rooms during the interval. Here's Noah McDonald, who we heard from, talking very maturely. Looking forward to this, and it's definitely living up to expectations, you think. And if the defender can help his team keep a clean sheet, they're going to kick off with a maximum. Still work to do as Feeney commits the foul this time, shoving TJ Parfitt to the turf. Could have gone either way, is the assessment of one of the coaches. We can hear their words of enthusiasm and instruction from the bench on the effects microphones here. As now it's with Charlie Street, who's also come on, QPR player for Wales, so a double switch for them at the break. Northern Ireland more than happy with the current scoreline, as it's TJ Parfitt back for his keeper, Aidan Stokes, who was clutching at thin air for the goal from Feeney. Atherton's cross from the free kick converted, but he did make a very good save to foil McCourt after a great run by the number 17. They were the two most significant moments of the first period. McDonald has an air of authority and command beyond his years, doesn't he, in the heart of defence. So too does his teammate Callum Leacock. They make for a very good heart of the rear guard, with Zach Robinson behind them, who made a very important contribution, clawing the ball away from a corner, with Reynolds and Granger waiting to try and convert the corner from Marciniak. That was Wales's best moment, but quite happy to have it in their own half and just stroke the passes. But they will go for another goal, you'd think. Matthew Burns, the Northern Ireland number 8. Atherton wanted the pass, but good work by Linu, another player who's come on. So it was actually a triple switch. Street, Linu and Marley Neal all entering the fray for Wales. So shuffling the pack. Maybe that'll help them turn this one in their favour. Understandably, Northern Ireland happy to stick with the same players who sparkled under the floodlights. Scintillating performance at times from them. It's been an open game. They were forced into a change during the half, with Prince Cisse replaced during the first half, that is, Wales, by Eddie Ellis Robinson. Here's Newman trying to win it, but McDonald again back for Robinson, who decides to take a touch to control, a little bit risky. They just about got away with it, and Leacock saying, well, what on earth were you trying there, Zach? That was heart in the mouth time. Perhaps a little bit too casual, but no damage done for the team who have the 1-goal advantage. Is it to be a perfect start for the Irish? with the Republic having won 1-0 against Scotland earlier. Northern Ireland lead by the same scoreline against Wales. Welcome along on Red Wall Plus and also YouTube, wherever you're tuned into this broadcast throughout the globe. You're more than welcome. Might be friends and family of the players, could be some scouts, could be just supporters of youth football. It's always good to bring you these live streams and to showcase these starlets on the international stage, and none of them have frozen. They're definitely putting on good levels of entertainment for us, and this is a really good little run. Fantastic work and balance from Callum Jones. Brilliant stuff from him, and he played in Eddie Ellis-Robinson, who just couldn't find the cross he wanted, trying to direct it towards Granger, but that was really good individualism from Callum Jones, showing he's got the appetite to help his team back level in this one. 2 halves of 40. 5 minutes into this second period, no further goals. That's well won by Matthew Burns, and now it's Chris Atherton. He's had a good night so far. Burns, who started this move, keeps it going. Burns pulls it back. This could be the second. Great block. The effort struck in there by Glenn McCaw. His second big chance of the night. Good defending. And then a foul by the skipper. I think he's going to get himself a yellow card here, potentially. Might be lucky to get away without a booking, Troy Savage, and he is going to feel into his top pocket. The ref, Joe Moss, assisted by linesman Patrick Laws and Lewis Mariner. The fourth official is Sam Parnaby, by the way. But referee Moss enters the name of Troy Savage, the Northern Ireland captain, into his book. Can't really have too many complaints about that. Caution. So he's got a card to match the colour of his shirt.
Hey, Marley, we can't play enough straight passes in. We said it at half time, we've got to work false goal back. Every time we play that straight one in, we're in our goal.
Said of half time, got to work the full-back, I think was what coach was saying there, and that word was for Marley Neal, the number 7 of Wales, the Northern Ireland number 6, Troy Savage. Confirmation of that booking.
I'll let you know when he's off, pal.
It's a good game, this. Only 1 goal, but the promise of more.
Stand with me, pal. I'll let you know when you can go back on.
Jack Woodward talking you through the action. And it's great to be here. TJ Parfitt just going off the pitch there, receiving treatment. 7 gone second half. It's only a slight advantage. Heads it behind. Well, he was trying to guide that for the keeper, was Alex Watson, but he just misjudged. Got far too much on it. And it's behind, and a fairly soft corner to concede. Well, Marciniak in the first half produced the best moment with a left wing corner. Here he goes again with the right. This time plays it into the near post, and TJ Parfitt was forward from the back, hoping to get on the end of that one. And he's going to get another opportunity to scoop one into the danger zone, is Alex Marciniak. Marciniak and Jones have been the most likely causes of mischief in the opposing defence. Second corner in quick succession for Alex Marciniak. Plays it in, didn't get the connection he wanted, and here they come on the break with the goal scorer George Feeney, but he's dispossessed well by Eddie Ellis-Robinson and played for Marciniak again. Is he going to run out of room? He is, as Troy Savage went over just to usher that one behind.
Understood, mate. He's a word from there. Understood. I agree.
Good energy and enthusiasm levels to competitive outfits going head to head, torso to torso, eye to eye in the 2023 Victory Shield International Under-16 tournament. Northern Ireland leading the hosts Wales. Marley Neal. Newman. Parfit. For Newman again. Newman exchanging passes with Marciniak. Well, it's been the nearly story. What might have been for Wales. They're trying to thread the passes together, but they're just not quite coming up with that special move that can unlock a well-drilled and organised Northern Ireland rearguard. Haven't really created a clear chance yet, have they, Wales, for all of their effort. And it's Northern Ireland have looked to carry more penetration in that final third, and that's why they lead. And they've won a free kick here, that decision being applauded by Matthew Burns, the number 8. And I think Atherton will be favourite to take it. And why not, given the way he's pinged the balls into the box so far. And it was a free kick that produced the game's only goal. Atherton's ball converted in the first period by Feeney. Will be a target again, so too will Burns, and one or two of them forward from the back. McDonnell and Leacock are both up there. Here he goes again, Atherton. It's another good delivery, ball just bobbling about. But Marley Neal got through some good work there, the substitute. Smashed away, anywhere will do. 11 gone second half still. Wales trailing by the only goal. Marciniak, well, he collided with his own player there, Granger. Savage goes down, having just received a yellow. He wasn't happy with that challenge.
Hey, Charlie, miss one out. Look, miss one out. Yes, good.
Really is down to Wales to try and produce something extraordinary. Burns for Leacock and Watson. McCann rather going down. But back onto his feet to receive the quickly taken free kick from Savage. Leacock, they both look real Rolls-Royce defenders, don't they? Leacock and McDonnell. Yes, they've got the grit, they've got the tenacity, but they've also got the style and class with the passing and the way they bring the ball forward from the back. It's going to take something good, something remarkable potentially to get past them. Newman. Oh, Atherton, it just went out of play, did it? Or was there an infringement as he tried to go forward with one of his trademark runs? He'd definitely be a contender for player of the match so far, wouldn't he? The number 7, Chris Atherton of Northern Ireland. .53 on the clock. Remember, they're 80-minute games, these. Feeney, the goal scorer, plays it for Atherton, who went down. Was there a foul? No, he did go down quite easily. And Jaden Linu just ushered him to the turf. Nothing given. Atherton again. And Linu does the job. Newman. But straight back to Northern Ireland. That's been the problem for Wales. They haven't really been able to build up a head of steam, or they haven't had a period of dominance. Their best spell probably came towards the end of the first half. That final few minutes of it. In fairness, they have restricted Northern Ireland more in the second. It's been a game, a bit like a match of chess, a tactical battle, but also there haven't been a series of golden chances, have there? Northern Ireland, yeah, they've scored and they've had a couple for Glenn McCourt in each half, but Wales with few opportunities. Maybe Ollie Dewsbury can change that, the number 11 of Bristol Rovers. He's about to enter the fray. Wales have been making the changes to try and freshen things up, give a different focus to their attacks, but again, it's a stray final pass. Granger and Nat Jones were waiting, but the ball didn't come towards them. It's with McDonald and now Matthew Burns, who's got through some work during the course of the game. Excellent fitness levels from all of these players. Northern Ireland are starting to think about their first subs. Wales to introduce Ollie Dewsbury. And he comes off for Callum Jones, who's done his bit but hasn't been able to produce a goal. Louis Bradbury on for Will Granger again. So Louis Bradbury of Manchester United, famous club. So Bradbury and Dewsbury, could they alter the course of this game? With less than 25 minutes remaining. And a couple of subs about to be made by the side who have that 1-0 advantage as well. Now, Alex Marciniak probably looks the most likely player to get a goal. Good cross, keeper got a touch. Better from Wales. Marciniak's balls into the penalty area have been their best aspects of attacking. Well, I think he was trying his luck there. That's an outrageous attempt from Charlie Street to catch the keeper off his line. He was, what, 40 yards out? Smashed it forward. And in the end, Zach Robinson wasn't close to being embarrassed, but probably worth the effort from Street. They've got to try a few new things. But before that, Marciniak bending one in menacingly to the penalty area. So perhaps Wales starting to find their form. They'll certainly be hoping to test the keeper more, but now they've got to do some defending. Chris Atherton closed down well. Spirited defending from Jaden Lenu. Now it's Marciniak and Newman. Marciniak gets it back. He's asked a lot of Lenu there, who put the challenge in on Alex Watson. Away by Savage. The keeper will allow that one to trickle into his penalty area. Stokes releases Street. And now it's come through nicely for Dewsbury. Ollie Dewsbury, fresh off the bench, but he's lost it. And Northern Ireland now, Feeney got Atherton in the middle. He's won a corner as Street clatters into the advertising hoarding and nearly what took out, is that the ball girl or ball boy? Maybe camera person, but thankfully there wasn't a collision. Yeah, it is one of the ball attendants. But it really hit the hoarding at some pace. I think he's okay. Northern Ireland changes. On comes Sidney Eldred of Beckett Key School, Essex, and Ipswich Town. And also coming on, Christian Coyle, Swords Community College, County Dublin, and Bohemian. So the number 10 Christian Coyle and the 22 Sidney Eldred get their chances.
Keep your job going, mate. On you go, mate.
Coyle will go and lend himself to this attack, as will Eldred. Could one of them get a touch? Stranger things have happened.
Watch the spoon.
Approaching the midway point of the second half. Corner kick. And they decided to play it all the way back for McCann. Good work by Dewsbury again. As we edge towards the hour mark. Like the match at lunchtime, an early goal and no further scoring action. Bradbury can't get there, as this is hit from range, and well, he was watchful there, the keeper. He had to be, Aidan Stokes, because they lost the ball. In it came, he was off his line, but he managed to just parry it and then gather. But, well, both sides have attempted efforts from range, with the keepers just straying slightly, but both did the job they needed to do. It just shows, as a goalkeeper, you can't let your concentration waver for a moment. It is the mark of a good keeper, of course, at junior or senior level. You haven't had much to do if you can produce when required. Sometimes it's not all about vibrant attacking play. You have to admire good defending and organisation. We've seen that from both sides. Just having another look at that effort. Ball was cleared, and it was definitely an effort at goal. But Stokes was capable, ready, willing and able to deal with the situation. Here's Alex Watson for Northern Ireland. Well intercepted. McCann back for Zach Robinson. Is he going to get a clean sheet? If he does, his team will be off to a winning start. Leacock, I think it was him with that long range shot. Robinson and McDonald. Well, it's an object lesson really in how to protect a 1-0 lead. This is fine so long as you don't take too many chances and perhaps have one pass too many, but really they are being hassled, harried and harangued off the ball, but the quality of the passing, the movement, the shape is so good that Northern Ireland are quite happy just to sit on this 1-0. It's not to say they're being negative or defensive deliberately, but really the onus is on the team who trail to try and either force the error or have a good spell in the game, which they haven't really had. Given away by Wales. Northern Ireland looking to double their advantage here. Clattered away. And Louis Bradbury has recently come on as a sub. Now Lewis Gardner playing the pass. This is better from Wales. Dewsbury just given them an injection of pace off the bench. Bradbury and Dewsbury. Fresh pairs of legs can always be good. First time ball from Linu, but Robinson, Northern Ireland's #1 of Breeder Academy, Belfast and Linfield, is there. And apart from that important little clawing away in the first half from the corner, and also another ball in from Marciniak in the second half, he's not really had to make a save from a shot or a significant one. Zach Robinson, and that will disappoint Wales. They've come up against a very obstinate, stubborn, obdurate rearguard, and they've got some good attacking players as well. They have the perfect blend, Northern Ireland. Played by Atherton now for Burns. Back for Atherton. Will he go for goal? He will. He couldn't wrap his foot round the ball though, and sliced it well away nearer the corner flag to the goal. But still, good intent, good idea and imagination, even though he didn't execute. Another sub for Wales. They're giving plenty of opportunities. The latest young player to enter is Patrick Mlinarski of Everton. Plays for the same club as Linu and Neil, who've also come on.
Step in with it.
So Newman replaced by Mlinarski. Quarter of an hour to go plus stoppage time. Atherton, more excellent balance and control from him. Just looks so comfortable on the ball, doesn't he? Chris Atherton. Watson will take the free kick, being impressed with their fullbacks actually, Watson and McCann. Watson, that's a great drag back away from the sub, Mlinarski. And Atherton being followed by Linu down the line.
Come on, we keep going.
From Mlinarski, we keep going is the cry from one of the coaches.
No.
Wales are still in this. Callum Thompson of Belfast High and Linfield, the number 19 for Northern Ireland, is poised, ready and raring to go, to come on. We've had the normal flurry of substitutions. Oh, here's some good work and a fine cross as well. That's impressive stuff from Christian Coyle, the sub. But it's good to get all the subs and the squad as much game time as possible in a tournament like this, especially at youth level, so they can all feel part of it, however much action they actually get. There's a team squad game, of course, and no one person is more important than the other. It's all about the collective. Two good squads on show here. Northern Ireland in the box C. Good work by O'Neill, who was more prominent in the first half than the second. Here's an effort from range, but always flying high and wide. Keep going is the cry from the sidelines. A big 13 minutes plus additional time remaining. Haven't seen many goals today, but we've seen some really good football. Here's a good run being made by Marciniak, and the referee waves play on as the shot comes in from Dewsbury, but saved well by Robinson. We were saying there have been a shortage of opportunities created and saves made by the keepers in this one, but he had to make one there. There was a foul in the build-up. He decided to wave play on as Marciniak went down, the referee. We are going to need the Wales physio, Ritson Lloyd, again. Let's just have another look at this opportunity. It stemmed from Marciniak gathering the ball pretty much on halfway. Kept going. Challenge came in by Callum Leacock. Referee elected to play on with the ball falling for Ollie Dewsbury. Some fluid taken on board, and well, they're well aware, the Northern Ireland coaches Chris Lindsay and Andy Waterworth, that the team still have a job to do here. As we await the final chapter of this particular Victory Shield story. The main hero, George Feeney, with the first half header from Chris Atherton's free kick. Still time for another one to emerge, though, on either team. Northern Ireland would be quite happy for this just to drift towards 1-0, but you'd expect there still to be some goal-mouth action in the remainder. As we direct your attention towards Wednesday's action. Northern Ireland play Scotland in the lunchtime kickoff, 12 p.m. Got that live stream. Make sure you join us. And then an evening game between the other two nations as well. Wales and the Republic of Ireland. 10 to go. Marciniak's been given some help. We will have more playing time, though, to give Wales some encouragement. Atherton, every time we've mentioned his name, you're almost expecting him to do something, but they're actually doing a better job on him in the second period. They doubled up well there, did the Welsh defenders. Referee blows his whistle, and we do have a head injury, and rightly they've alerted to the situation. So whatever the age of the player, we have to be very aware of conducting the right protocols and going through the correct procedure in order to ensure the safety and well-being of these players. We've had a few stoppages in recent minutes, so we had over 10 minutes of additional time at the end of the second half earlier. Could have something similar here.
Yeah, just get on that board, mate, no bother. You know that's your last chance though, don't you?
Yeah.
Hey, Wales, come on! Do you know what she's doing?
And yep, thankfully, okay. I think it's O'Neill. And we can resume. Is there a thrilling conclusion to this contest? Is Marciniak coming off? Yeah, he is. It's a shame, but a chance for Bobo Evans of Swansea. Maybe he could make a name for himself, the number 8. Shame for Marciniak, who did go down moments ago. Hopefully that's not an injury and it's something he can shake off. Fingers crossed for him, because he was the most likely player, I think, to get his team the equaliser. They'll still hope for a late leveller, will Wales. But Northern Ireland have worked hard to get into this position. Troy Savage, the skipper, plays it for Atherton, is away from his opposing number 7. Atherton, disappointing. He had lots of options in the box there, but he's played the cross too close to the keeper. And Aidan Stokes was thrilled to be able to gather that one. There were 3 or 4 of them in the box, but Atherton has generally been pinpoint and very precise and effective with his delivery, not on that occasion. But he got away from Marley Neal very well. Charlie Street carrying the ball, good yardage, and it's a great diagonal delivery, and the little layoff from Lenarski was good as well for Bobo Evans. That was quality from Charlie Street, raking crossfield ball, and neat, adroit cushioned layoff from Lenarski. And not surprisingly, Northern Ireland are making a few changes of their own just to allow the clock to tick. And they're withdrawing Matthew Burns, who can be very happy with his night's work. Replacing him is Callum Thompson of Belfast High and Linfield, who are well represented this evening and in this tournament in general. Dewsbury grappling away with Alex Watson. Well, they've huffed and they've puffed, but they haven't been able to blow down a well-constructed house of Northern Ireland, who have restricted Wales to mainly half chances, you'd have to say. It's been a pretty even second half. You'd say Northern Ireland had the better of the first.
Okay.
It's very much a case of 1-0 to the Irish on opening day of Victory Shield 2023. Republic of Ireland 1, Scotland 0 earlier. Are we to get the same scoreline between Northern Ireland and Wales in Irish favour? Looks like it at the moment. Probably still got over 10 minutes of playing time remaining though. Oh, that's a lovely chip. And, well, it went in between O'Neill and Atherton in the end. O'Neill recycles the ball for Atherton. Here's Atherton now. Can he produce a magic moment? Brilliant run. Unselfishly played the pass when he thought he might shoot.
Get to the ball.
More good passing build-up from Northern Ireland. And Christian Coyle has fitted in nicely to their attack. Coyle controls it well, the number 10. Excellent tackle, brilliantly timed. That's exceptional work. And here's Bobo Evans now for Mlynarski, but he can't find him. Great run by Alex Watson. Can he go all the way? Watson decided to play the pass. It was opening up for him. Attempted to jab it for Atherton, but the interception is getting a little bit more stretched as the players understandably start to tire. Touch of fatigue setting in, but they've applied themselves so well. O'Neill away from Evans. Leacock and McCann. They've won it back though with Alice Robinson, and Bradbury falls to the turf. And a throw in for Northern Ireland with less than 4 minutes left of the 80. But I think fourth official Sam Parnaby will be giving us plenty of stoppage time. He's got a bit of cramp there, and that is going to be a factor. Leacock it is, but he's back on his feet. And throw in, they're not going to hurry to take it. Desperate to get back underway. Louis Bradbury of Wales, a red devil with his club. Manchester United, a red dragon for tonight's purposes. There has been some fire in that dragon tonight, but probably hasn't been enough in that final third. That's, I think, what they'll look at, unless they can find an equaliser. They're still capable of getting one, and it's a good ball in from Mlynarski. Will it break for him? Trying to wriggle his way through. Mlynarski for Wales scores! 1-1 in the 78th minute, and that is outstanding from Everton's Patrick Mlynarski. He showed perseverance, persistence, and then coolness in the finish. And Wales have levelled things up, and it means so much to the hosts. They plugged away. They've really had to roll their sleeves up, but when the chance came, Mlynarski, who effectively created it for himself, produced the finish. Excellent work from him, and that's excellent from Wales. They worked it well from the right-hand side. The substitutes getting involved. Mlynarski took it in his stride, got away from two defenders. That's a brilliant individual goal. Keeper came off his line, Zach Robinson, but he wasn't able to get there. The knee slide celebration, and just look at that. They're in this together. The subs, the players out on the pitch, absolutely thrilled to get that equaliser. They conceded early, they've scored late, 1-1. And take a bow, Patrick Mlynarski. Can Northern Ireland retake the lead late on? They perhaps went into the shell a little bit, not deliberately by any means, but you did feel they showed more in attack in the first period, and Wales have dug in here. They showed that classic, we talked about Hoyle and Welsh spirit. They've shown it without a shadow of a doubt. But here now is O'Neill trying to squeeze it for Atherton. And is there more scoring action to come? One apiece as we approach additional minutes. Well, maybe they have the momentum now, don't they, Wales? I believe they can go on and get the win. Of course, they have changed the rules this year. Last year we did have a penalty shootout if it finished level for a bonus point. Now you just take 1 point each. And Wales will be really pleased with the point. But are they going to be greedy and try and get all three? Given away to O'Neill, who was then fouled by Marley Neal. We've passed the 80 minutes, so we're into injury time now at the end of the game. Wales intercept well. Dewsbury has made a difference. Wales want to go and win this now. Marley Neal plays the pass to Mlynarski. He's already scored one. This time he crosses it. And the shot comes in. What a save! Brilliant goalkeeping from Zach Robinson to keep out. Lewis Gardner, the captain of Wales, thought he'd won it there. Right-footed, destined for the corner. But Zach Robinson at full stretch might just have got his team a precious point. He hasn't had much to do. He's had to pick the ball out of the net from Mlynarski, and he made the save there. What an effort this is from Wales, and a triumph of their fitness and a triumph of the changes they've made. But that would have been a huge moment for Gardner, wouldn't it? The captain. He's already seen Mlynarski, his clubmate for Everton, score. He nearly got one of his own, and here comes Atherton now. Can't quite get there. It's very end-to-end now, this game. They're both going for the win, that's for certain. Gardner. And Mlynarski again. What a brilliant impact from the bench from Patrick Mlynarski. And it could be another chance for Wales. The shot scuffed and another save. Bradbury firing in, and it's all Wales at the end of this game. They hold themselves level, and Northern Ireland have got Zach Robinson to thank now. He's made his second excellent stop in recent moments. Well, what an effort this has been from the Welsh. It's as if they've paced their way through the game, and now they're really coming on strong as we watch Gardner's effort from a few minutes ago. Save well, and he's made another save. Corner kick away by Northern Ireland. They've really charged at Northern Ireland. That's a bad one. Foul by Sidney Eldred. Wales not happy with that one. Free kick for the team in red. Well, overall you would have said it was harsh on Northern Ireland, but the way Wales have had two chances since the goal, you'd probably argue that a draw is going to be about right, but Wales want all 3 points here. Good header away. Can Northern Ireland nick it on the break? It's with Callum Thompson there, bursting forward. Looks like we're going to end level, but you wouldn't be shocked if someone was to grab a winner. It's really come good, this game at the end, not for Northern Ireland, but in terms of excitement from a Wales point of view. They've scored the equaliser and also had two very good chances saved by Zach Robinson. who's been more... Zach Robinson's been busier in the last 7 minutes than he had in the previous 77. Oh, that's quality. Brilliant work by Linu. Marley Neal. And now Louis Bradbury. There's a few of these Welsh subs competing for a start on Wednesday, you'd feel. Savage, strong on the ball. Oh, brilliant from Savage, the captain. But he couldn't get the pass away. He just hung on too long. And he's lost out to Linu. Slide the pass. Wales, chance to win it. Kept his footing. Was there an offside there? Well, what a thrilling conclusion to this game. It's been some climax. Been fairly dull second half, to be honest, until the last 10 minutes. It's been enthralling entertainment. Enjoyable fare in the Victory Shield. 6th minute of additional time. Oh, that's brought down beautifully by O'Neill. Oh, that was delightful, but he hits the side netting when he wanted to hit the back of the net. O'Neill, that would have been some way to end it. 30 seconds left. I think that's going to be the final chance. We have Alex Watson in some distress there. He's got cramp in both legs, I think. And well, it's their time in the closing seconds for either chance to have an opportunity to win it. There have been scoring possibilities at both ends since the equaliser. Northern Ireland, up until that chance for O'Neill, were hanging on a bit. Great advert for international youth football this. It's been a pleasure to bring you the broadcast, and we're back with 2 games on Wednesday. Action coming at you thick and fast in the Victory Shield. Neither team's going to be victorious here by the looks of it. Look for a long time as if Northern Ireland were going to get the win. But a late equaliser from Wales, another player with cramp. Louis Gardner's down, but here come Northern Ireland now, looking to eke out that late chance, but no.
10 seconds.
There is the final whistle. It finishes 1 apiece. Northern Ireland led through George Feeney's early header, had additional chances, but a brilliant late push from Wales led to the equaliser, taken expertly by Patrick Linarski, and they had further opportunities to win it, but Zach Robinson made the saves as it finishes level. Wales 1, Northern Ireland 1. Fantastic entertainment, very lively opening and a particularly lively finish. Here's the opening goal for Northern Ireland, Atherton's free kick, and Feeney got there in front of Stokes to make it 1-0 for the team in yellow. And they held on to that lead for a long, long time, but Wales made substitutes and they contributed well, with Bradbury playing it in. Linarski still had an awful lot to do, got past 2 challenges, drew the keeper and slotted into the corner of the net. Excellent equaliser, and they had further chances to win the game, but Robinson came up with the saves. Just look at the celebrations. That's how much the Victory Shield means to the hosts and to all of the teams in this competition. We talked about the further chances, and at 1-1 they weren't settling for a point. Linarski again, having scored, played over the cross, it was cleared, and the captain Gardner controlled, steered the shot towards the corner, and Robinson showing his worth, frustrated at the defenders but delighted to make the save, I'm sure. And it finished 1-1. So thanks very much for joining us. That's how the table stands after the first of 3 games for all the countries. Republic of Ireland beating Scotland earlier lead the way on 3 points. Northern Ireland and Wales playing out this 1-1 draw, second and third, and Scotland prop up the table. But it can all change on Wednesday as Scotland by Northern Ireland, and it's Wales against the Republic of Ireland in the evening. We look forward to those two. Thanks very much for joining us on our live streams today. We'll do it all again on Wednesday in the Victory Shield. Good night.